This is the last video on the 20 strip tote, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make your handles, your closure, and add your buttons. You should have finished your bag to this point. This particular version has the top portion of the bag body, all the same fabrics. You've added your pocket, and remember you can add one large pocket and two smaller pockets, or you can have two large pockets on the inside. Your choice. Now this version has all different strips at the top and just a plain binding for the upper binding. Now you've channel stitched your binding and you've finished that, sewn your sides. So the next step is to finish off the bag. First we're going to show you how to make the handles. Now the handles, you're going to cut your fabric and your cotton batting according to the pattern directions. Place your fabric right sides together and pin it to the cotton batting. Then you're going to stitch all the way around, and you're going to leave an opening in the center to turn this right side out. Clip your corners and also clip any excess batting from just the ends. Use your turning tool, and the turning tool comes in a package of 3 different straws and skewers, and I always use the larger one for this. So you want to place your straw in between the 2 layers of fabric. Now that's important. So right in between the 2 layers of fabric, slide it down. With the skewer, push the fabric in. Now when you do that, you'll just poke that straw out through that hole. Turn it right side out. Now I'm going to do the other end. Again, the straw goes in between the 2 layers of fabric. Push on the fabric to push it through. And then what I do is I take a fairly blunt end knitting needle and just poke those ends out so they're nice and flat, like that. Then you're going to iron it. And it's important when you iron it to iron these, the opening, the raw edges of the opening in so they're nice and even. Draw a line with chalk 2 inches in from each end. And then fold this in half. Now I usually pin at the hole just to remind me that I've got to catch that hole and close it up when I'm stitching. So I'm going to stitch from the 2-inch end all the way down to the other 2-inch. So you've got a piece that looks like this. Now I was very careful when I went by that hole to make sure I caught it and closed it. The next thing is you're going to use some plumbing tubing. You're going to use 1/4-inch plumbing tubing, and it can be the smoky type, which is a little stiffer, or the clear type. And the clear type is a little bit more flexible, so it depends on how soft you want your handle to be. Just slide that plumbing tubing right through that hole. Slide it all the way down. And then clip it so it's 1/4 to 1/2 inch in from the ends. The next thing that you will do is pin it to the bag. And I pin 1 pin horizontally at the top and another pin at the bottom. Then you are going to hand stitch all the way around. I think it looks better when it's hand stitched. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the closure. Now the closure is optional, and I will show you how to make the closure. Now the closure is made with the leftover portion of the upper bag. All you'll do is bind it. Then you're going to fold it in half and stitch across the top. Once you've done that, here it is stitched across the top. Now this is the back of the bag, and here's the closure. So I've stitched right across there. That finishes the closure. The next thing, add a button to the back, and I sew that button right through to the inside of the bag. On the front, you'll need to add a magnetic snap. Now you don't see that magnetic snap because I've made a little pocket for it, and I'll show you how to make the pocket. So follow the directions in the pattern for cutting your pocket for the snaps. Now I use these heavy-duty Dritz magnetic snaps for this project, and they are very heavy-duty so that if you see how hard they are, they really, really hold together. So again, they're very strong. So you'll make a little pocket and turn it right side out. Slide one, you're going to make two of these because you've got two sides of the snap. So just slide one of the snaps inside that little pocket. You'll fold the top edge, these raw edges, down inside like that. And then you're going to sew them to the inside of the closure and to the top part of the front of the bag. Just pin them on, put your pins horizontally, and just stitch all the way around. Now you can stitch through these magnetic closures if you want to, and you simply put them on the bag and stitch all the way around. There's a little ridge inside the plastic. You can do that if you don't mind having a black magnet showing on your bag. That's fine, but I think the pockets make it look just a little bit neater. Once you finish that, you are all done with your bag, so enjoy.